It's not exactly a secret that I'm not the biggest fan of the government or other institutions or essentially any authoritarian entity at all, right? I mean, there's a list of reasons for it as long as my dick. It's very easy to hate such places. They are like scumbags for the most part, but now and again they do something and it's just needless cruelty for the sake of it, man, that just does nothing but justify our stances that they are just absolutely awful, terrible people and they have to go. Regional New South Wales Council shoots dead pound dogs due to be rescued over COVID-19 infection fears. A decision to shoot dead rescue dogs in New South Wales because of COVID restrictions has sparked condemnation, including from celebrities. Now, let's wait till we get into it right until you find their reason. Okay? The decision by a regional New South Wales council to shoot dead several rescue dogs due to COVID-19 restrictions has sparked international condemnation. Berkshire Council in the state's northwest killed the pound dogs to stop a shelter in Cobar rescuing them as planned, as it believed the travel wouldn't be permitted under coronavirus restrictions. So this wasn't anything to do about the dogs themselves spreading COVID or the dogs getting COVID. They killed the dogs so that people wouldn't come to pick them up. They killed the dogs because they were worried that people coming to the shelter to rescue the dogs would break COVID restrictions. Well, you want to come here and get yourself a nice new dog? Well, too late. I've just shot the dog dead. I mean, Jesus Christ. Among those euthanized was a dog that had recently given birth to a litter of puppies. You pieces of shit. You pieces of shit. I will jump your head. New South Wales is in total lockdown due to a rapidly spreading outbreak of the Delta strain, but the shooting of dogs has been condemned by animal rights activists and international celebrities. Australia, by the way, when it comes to like the response of how they're treating their people in regards to COVID, I say this with no sense of like hyperbole or exaggeration. Exaggeration. They are just as bad as China. Like, look at the footage. They are beating people in the streets. They're hitting people with their cop cars. They're pepper spraying children. They're harassing people. Like, they have gone, like... It's actually scary how bad Australia has become. Like, and the Australians are... They're about to boogaloo. They are. I can smell it. Because it's horrendous. Like, the way the Australian police and government has acted. It's honestly, like, look into Australia. It's absolutely terrible. Joining a chorus of fury directed at the council was acclaimed British comedian and television star Ricky Gervais, who last night tweeted a link to the story with the remark, "Stupid cunts." Yes, they in fact are. The story was also shared by fellow funny man Tim Dillon, who asked, "What the fuck is going on over there?" Berkshire Council has gone to ground since the shocking kill was exposed, and a NSW government investigation has now been launched. Lisa Ryan, the regional campaign manager for Animal Liberation, told the Sydney Morning Herald she was sickened and demanded action. "We are deeply distressed and completely appalled by this callous dog shooting." By the way, remember, it wasn't even like the injection. They shot them. They weren't like put down. They weren't put to sleep. The dogs were shot. And we totally reject the council's unacceptable justification that this killing was apparently undertaken as part of a COVID-safe plan. Oh, but people might come here and like want the dogs, so let's just kill them. Like, who arrived at that conclusion? Who arrived at that fucking conclusion? Who? Someone's head's going to roll for it, and it's going to be whatever sick fuck made that decision. The shelter in Cobar reportedly had COVID-19 safety measures in place. Its volunteers are said to be deeply distressed by the shooting of the dogs. Imagine turning up to do your nice little shift at the volunteering at the dog shelter. Oh, I can't wait to see little Fido and Stacey today. I wonder, Stacey will be cuddled up next to her wee puppies. We killed Stacey because COVID. It's like, Jesus. Oh, I feel so bad for the volunteers. That must be horrible. In a statement, the Office of Local Government, the authority that oversees local councils, confirmed an investigation was underway. The OLG has been informed the council decided to take this course of action to protect its employees and community, including vulnerable Aboriginal populations, from the risk of COVID-19 transmission, the statement read. You dumb bastards, you actual stupid, who wrote that? How are they alive? How can they write? How can they write with an IQ like that? Despite harsh restrictions across the state, the New South Wales government has told animal shelters they can continue to operate with COVID-safe plans in place. Cobar hasn't had any case of coronavirus during the current outbreak. Adverts right now. I understand that there are certain situations where dogs do have to get put to sleep. For example, if the dog has been raised horrifically to the point where it's so violent that no amount of training can fix it. You know, it's a sad fact of life, but those ones, yeah. The ones where it's like, I just don't want to take care of it anymore, then, you know, screw you, you're a piece of shit. Shouldn't have got a dog then, fucking dumbass, right? But the fact that it's like, oh, we're going to kill these dogs because then people might come here to collect the dogs because, you know, we are a shelter and people come here sometimes to rescue dogs, right? People might travel, so let's not give them a reason to travel and instead kill all of the dogs. And then we will tell people that we've killed the dogs, so there's no reason to come here. Or what you could have done instead is, due to COVID restrictions, you cannot come to the shelter. Sorry, wait until the restrictions are lifted, the restrictions are over, and then you can come to the shelter and you can rescue dogs, provided you follow COVID safety procedures. Problem solved, not a dead dog in sight. That's what you should have done. That is what you should have done. There's two reasons that I can think of that someone made this decision, right? Either the shelter's running low on supplies, funding, etc., or the person in charge is just too lazy and thought, I just want to get rid of these. I just want to get rid of these dogs. I just want to get rid of them. That's one reason. The other reason is the guy was just a sick fuck that wanted to kill some animals. Those are literally the only two possible explanations that could explain why some sick, twisted little shit did this. Right? There are no other explanation. Either that, or sorry, the third one, gross, utter, extreme stupidity to the point where whatever person made this needs to be put into a mental health unit and kept there for the rest of their life. Right? That's a special kind of stupid. Right? It's just, honestly, stuff like this just, it boils my piss. It boils my piss. But anyway, sorry for ruining your day. I hope, well, to be honest, the rest of your day, you know, it'll all be uphill from here.